Hi, kindergartners. I hope you're having a good Thursday. Today is our last day of reading for the week, so let's make it a good one. Today, we are going to accomplish pages 6 and 7. We're going to do pages 6 and 7. So you can open up your ALF books to page 6. You'll remember that yesterday we worked on doing our capital A's, right? Do you remember what's kind of different about our capital A's compared to the other capital letters that we've done so far? You might remember that for a capital A, it's 3 straight lines. Unlike our other capital letters where you had to use a very round motion, go around for the G, around for the O and the C. A is 3 straight lines. Today we're going to go and learn how to write our lowercase a's. So first we're going to open up page 6 and watch me first as I make my lowercase a. You'll notice that this one, the lowercase a, is similar to our other letters that we have done because you start it the same exact way as you make an O. You start just below the vanilla and you go around and you make a circle, and then without picking up your pencil, you go and touch vanilla and then go straight down. So notice it's a circle. You start the same way you make an O, except you keep going up to vanilla and then you come straight down to chocolate. So it's a circle and then a straight line that comes right down. Go ahead and take your pencil now and trace the first line of lowercase a's. Go ahead and do that now as I do it too. Start on that chocolate chip. Go nice and around and don't pick up your pencil, but touch that vanilla and then go down to chocolate. Don't feel like you have to rush through them. Go ahead and trace those 6 nice and neat lowercase a's. Now, if you're not finished, it's okay. But what I want you to do now is just put your pencil down, park your pencil, and tell me how I do. I want you to use your teacher eyes again and let me know how I'm doing when I make these A's, okay? So give me a thumbs up for if it's good or a thumbs down if it's bad, okay? Okay, how am I doing with this first one? Is that okay? Yeah, that one's all right. How about that one? How did I do with this one? Yeah, that's a thumbs down, right? Because I didn't make my circle touch chocolate. It kind of looks like a 9. Nope, don't make your lowercase a's look like 9s. Make sure the circle goes all the way around and then comes straight down. Okay, how about this next one? Tell me if this one here is going to be good or not, okay? How am I doing with this one? How's that? Yeah, that's a thumbs down too because my line did not come straight down. It went all the way out. When you make your A's, don't make it come all the way out. Make it come straight back down. Don't leave any space right here. Okay, let's do one more, okay? How am I doing with this one? How about this? Yeah, no, that's bad because they didn't even touch. I lifted up my pencil, but you don't lift up your pencil at all for your letter A. I keep on going straight up and straight down. So what I want you to do is when we're done with the video, trace the rest of your lowercase a's and use the chocolate chips to make nice, neat lowercase a's. And then once you are done with this row, this row, this row, and this row, this last row is a little different. Pay attention to the directions for the last one. You are going to make a uppercase and a lowercase a. Right now, actually, pick up your pencil and trace the first two sets of A's. Trace this set and this set. Go ahead and do that now. The first one is an uppercase with those 3 straight lines, and make a lowercase for your second one. Park your pencil after you have finished tracing those 2 sets of A's. Now, after you've done your lowercase a's, you'll notice that there's 2 chocolate chips. Those are for 2 more sets of A's. They give you the one on the strawberry line for the uppercase and the one on the vanilla line for the lowercase. So after you've done your lowercases, go ahead and do those 2 sets after the video. You can finish this later. But for now, we're going to move on to page 7, now that you know how to finish that page. So I'm going to set up the audio for page 7. This is going to be the activity where they ask us if a particular word starts with the letter A, or if it doesn't, we're going to put an X on the line. So he'll tell the instructions too, and I will complete it on the computer and on the board here for you to see as well. So let me get that a little bit closer for you. All right. So here we go. Let's see what the directions are.
Meet the Super Kids. Student Book, Unit 4, page 7. Listen carefully and follow my directions. When you hear this sound, your teacher will pause this recording so you have time to mark your answer.
Hi, Alf. Hi, Alf. Hi, Cass. Hi, Oswald. Hello, Golly.
What are you doing, Al? What's all this stuff?
Oh, nothing much.
What do you mean, nothing much? You've got a deep-sea diver mask, a backpack, a canoe paddle, a tent, a camera, a snow jacket.
Well, all of this equipment is for adventuring.
Adventuring?
I was just sitting here, thinking about all the different places I would like to go and see, and all the trips I would like to take, and all the adventures I would like to have.
Ah. If you could go anywhere in the whole wide world right now, where would you go?
Well, let's see. It would be a super adventure to be paddling slowly down the Amazon River in a canoe. The jungle is hot, and the leaves on the trees are big and green.
Ah, and there are some odd animals there for sure. Alligators and parrots and...
We could climb the trees and pick bananas and berries.
And big, beautiful flowers that smell great. Oh, it would be wonderful to visit the Amazon.
Look at the picture of Alf in a canoe on the Amazon River. Amazon. Does Amazon begin with the sound A? If your answer is yes, write uppercase A on the lines next to the picture. If your answer is no, mark an X on the lines.
All right, so our first adventure that Alf goes on is in the Amazon. It's in that canoe. So let's sound out Amazon. I'll say it first and then you say it. Ready? Amazon. Your turn. Amazon. Does Amazon start with A? Yeah, it does make that A sound. So on your line, on your ice cream lines, you are going to make a capital A on the lines by the Amazon adventure. So go ahead and make your neatest capital A that you can, slanting down to the left, slanting down to the right, and crossing on that vanilla line. Go ahead and do that now. I'll try my best to do it on the computer too. All right, let's see where his next adventure takes him.
Now look at the picture of Alf on a dog sled.
For our next adventure, we should go to the North Pole. It's so cold up there, we'll have to bundle up in warm parkas. We'll have to put on boots and gloves to keep from freezing. Brrr!
We can zip along over the snow and ice in a dog sled.
We could go ice fishing, though. We'll have to make a hole in the ice and drop our fishing lines down to the water. Maybe we'll see a polar bear!
Or some seals. The North Pole would be cold, but I'd still like to go there.
North. Does north begin with the sound A? If your answer is yes, write uppercase A on the lines next to the picture. If your answer is no, mark an X on the lines.
All right, let's sound out the word north for North Pole. I'll say it first and then you repeat. North. Your turn. North. Does north start with a? Nope, it doesn't. So we're going to put an X on the line, not an A. So go ahead for the North Pole picture. Put a capital X on the line because it does not start with an A. North. How about, let's see what happens in this next one.
Now look at the picture of Alf underwater with fish, turtles, and an octopus.
Oswald, if you want to see lots of fish, a place to visit is the Pacific Ocean. It's got millions of fish and sea plants and turtles. We'll put on diver suits and explore rocks and caves under the water.
Maybe an octopus will squirt black ink at us.
If we could see an 8-legged octopus swimming in the sea, the Pacific Ocean would be a great place to be.
Pacific. Does Pacific begin with the sound A? If your answer is yes, write uppercase A on the lines next to the picture. If your answer is no, mark an X on the lines.
All right, so this adventure took place in the Pacific Ocean. Let's say Pacific. I'll say it and then you repeat after me. Ready? Pacific. Your turn. Pacific. So does Pacific start with A sound? Nope, it does not. So we will make an X on the line for not starting with A. Go ahead and do that. Let's see what's happening with his next adventure.
Now look at the picture of Alf and the elephants.
After we see all the 8-legged octopuses we want to see, we should go to Africa. We'll go on a safari to see animals that live on land.
A safari?
Yep. Safari is a name for a trip where you look for animals. On a safari in Africa, you will see lions and elephants and leopards.
We'll sleep in tents and toast marshmallows over a campfire.
We'll take pictures of all the animals we see.
We'll have a super adventure in Africa.
Africa. Does Africa begin with the sound A? If your answer is yes, write uppercase A on the lines next to the picture. If your answer is no, mark an X on the lines.
All right, so that fourth one, he was on a safari in Africa. So I'll sound out Africa first, and then you repeat it. Ready? Africa, your turn. Africa. So does Africa start with A? It does, doesn't it? So we are going to make an A by the safari in Africa picture. So make a nice, neat capital A, slanting to the left, slanting to the right, and crossing right on vanilla. And I'll make it on the computer too. Not as neat as I can with a pencil, but you get the idea. All right, here is his next adventure. Let's hear about it.
Now look at the picture of Alf riding a camel.
After our safari, we can go to the Sahara Desert. The Sahara is a huge, huge desert. There's sand just as far as you can see. The sun beats down, and there are almost no trees to give us shade. It's very dry in the desert. There is very little water because it almost never rains.
We'll get very thirsty. We'll have to carry canteens filled with cool water.
We can ride on tall camels across the hot sand. Camels don't need a lot of water, so they don't mind the dry desert.
Maybe we'll find an oasis. That's a place in the desert where there are trees and water. We can rest there for a while because we'll get tired and thirsty going across the desert.
Sahara. Does Sahara begin with the sound A? If your answer is yes, write uppercase A on the lines next to the picture. If your answer is no, mark an X on the lines.
All right, Sahara Desert he went to. Let's listen to the beginning of Sahara. Ready? I'll say it and then you repeat it. Sahara, your turn. Sahara. So does Sahara start with A for A? Nope, it doesn't, right? So we will make an X because Sahara doesn't make that sound. Let's listen to the very last adventure.
Now look at the picture of Alf eating an apple and wearing a backpack.
When we get back from the hot Sahara Desert, it would be a nice change to go for a hike in the cool, shady woods along the Appalachian Trail. We'll walk along next to a little stream and sleep under a big pine tree.
Pine trees smell so good.
We can listen to the birds and watch for squirrels and rabbits. Maybe if we're quiet, we'll see some deer or a prickly porcupine.
I'll bring some apples in my backpack. We can have a snack while we sit on a hill and watch the sun go down.
Ah, what a nice trip.
Yeah, a hike on the Appalachian Trail would be fun.
Appalachian. Does Appalachian begin with the sound A? If your answer is yes, write uppercase A on the lines next to the picture. If your answer is no, mark an X on the lines.
All right, our word this time is Appalachian. What a big word. I'll say it first and then you listen, and then you repeat it and listen to the beginning. Ready? Appalachian, your turn. Appalachian. So does Appalachian start with the letter A sound? It does, doesn't it? So we will make an A for our very last adventure. Go ahead and make a capital A on your ice cream lines for Appalachian. Very good. Thank you for listening to all of those. Let me see if there's any ending to their...
Let's check your answers.
Okay, we don't have to check our answers. That's all right. So that is all we have to do today for reading. Go back and finish your lowercase a's and your two sets of upper and lowercase, and then you already have page 7 finished. So have your grown-up upload pictures of page 6 and 7 once you've finished it to the red reading folder, and that is your last reading assignment for the week. So I'm excited to see your work for today. Thank you, boys and girls. Have a good rest of your day.